A Rochester man says the federal government violated his First Amendment rights, and now he's suing. Deshaun Johnson first brought us this story about how an email sent to the former ICE director prompted agents to come here looking for the man who wrote that message. Deshaun is here now with more on the lawsuit filed today and the response from the Department of Homeland Security. Deshaun.
Yeah, we spoke to Rochester resident David Strever last month about that incident where ICE approached not only his house, but later his hotel after coming back to New York from a trip. About that email he sent to the former director of ICE after the killings of Alex Preddy and Renee Good back in January. His attorney says this lawsuit shows that this is a clear violation of his free speech rights.
We're suing ICE in order to protect his First Amendment rights and the First Amendment rights of all Americans.
Attorney for David Strever, Adam Steinboss, says this lawsuit isn't just about the situation in general.
The entire point of this lawsuit is that their campaign in response to his speech is retaliation, and we are asking the court to halt that campaign.
Strever is the second person out of New York to be approached by ICE in June, after they first approached a Syracuse woman over social media posts made about ICE. Strever sent an email in January to the former director of ICE, Todd Lyons, expressing his frustration after the killings of Renee Good and Alex Preddy. Strever says he doesn't believe the email to be a threat. His attorney agrees.
They waited 5 months to show up and try to confront him about this email. You know, the government doesn't get to send federal agents to respond to an email. We all have that right to criticize our government, to write to our government, and say what you think of them. They don't have to listen to you, but they don't get to respond this way.
The Department of Homeland Security says otherwise. In a statement about the lawsuit, DHS said, quote, any allegation DHS and its components are attempting to squash free speech is categorically false, saying they investigate all credible threats towards their officers and employees, end quote.
The First Amendment isn't just about arrests. It also prevents the government from coercing speech or otherwise punishing speech in ways short of arrest. And the question is the government's response enough to deter a person of ordinary firmness, meaning your average citizen, from speaking out again?
DHS did go on to say in general about their agencies in part that they're on the front lines arresting terrorists, gang members, and so on, adding that they are experiencing coordinated campaigns of violence against them, like vehicle attacks, assault, and death threats. In studio, Deshaun Johnson, News 8.
Get the Rochester First streaming app today for everything you love from News 8 On Demand, plus exclusive shows you won't see anywhere else. Search ROC and download for free on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.